Alright, well, ding ding ding, top of the morning. Fucking, my name is Team Stash, as known as Craft, and today, Vlogmas number 10. It's finally my fucking birthday, bro. Fuck yeah. I've had a lot of tweets and comments saying happy birthday and all that shit. From like just Team Stash, the fam, the Team Stash crew as well, in the Shield, and fucking Team Stash in general. So I was excited for that. That was thank myself. I counted myself, Oliver Kraft, that he was here yesterday, man, for Vlogmas number 9 for a big ass party. Because today I was trying to take it a little bit more me day. So that's why I took time for myself. I watched a match, fucking Canadians versus fucking Nashville Predators, and we got robbed of a fucking goal. Or else we could have fucking tied the match. But the match was abysmally long, though. That was a torture. And we all know that was robbed. Like, if you see the highlights of NHL Predators Canadians, like today, 10th of December, that was robbed. We got some more 1.21 leaks that I'm kind of willing to explore with you guys and trying to explain the best I can. So let's dive into it. That's my Vlogmas today. Vlogmas number 10 is reacting to the 1.21 features and everything. Because I've seen bits, pieces, and I'll tell you what I've seen and what I have not seen. I've pretty much seen a little bit of everything, but not in like extremely full detail. But I'll be right back because let's just say I'm going to fill up my water bottle. So yeah. Alright, we're back. I had to change speakers from the output into a different spot because I had a different spot earlier, that's why. Everything's fucking doing this shit. Fucking get my controller as well. Son of a biatch. I even got myself like a looking tripod for my phone, so when I record Vlogmas number 25, I give you hints and bits and pieces. I haven't done those tests yet, and I'm going to do them after Vlogmas.
Another, do me a quick, huge favor and tap that like button. Subscribe if you're new.
Obviously, well, whatever he said, you got to do it. Shout out to Waddles for this video, bro. I'll put his video link in the description.
No pun intended, but we'll start in a tough spot with Minecraft.
Good joke on yourself, man. Damn. What happened?
It's tough. It's valid here because
I think. Here's the thing. With tough. Oh, fuck you. That's stupid shit. Bon. So yeah, the tough. Now there's like a tough. Because if you know Minecraft, since 1.18, they've only added just regular tough, which was kind of like useless. In a way, it looked cool. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not sure how to do it in a way that like looks cool. I've tried so many ideas and it didn't came out as good, so maybe my freestyling with tough is not the best thing, but that piece of shit has got to stop.
that low.
But anyway, now there's like a whole bunch of features which I can't say right now. I'm gonna let Waddles do the work.
Oh, Laz, Minecraft has added tough block to Minecraft the Bedrock Edition. Okay, what I actually meant to say is tough staircases, tough slabs, and tough walls. They're finally making it to the game. I have no clue why I messed that one up.
Yeah, there's gonna be new walls. The tough walls in this, like I can't show you the video because or else I'll spoil 2024. But let's just say that for Minecraft Hardcore, Season 2 is gonna be fucking crazy. And this I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm not sure what happened there. So if you hear that, I'd like to excuse myself. That I tried to I played with my controller earlier on my laptop. That's why. But so yeah, the walls look cool. The slabs, not so much. And the stairs, not so much. But I don't use tough as much, so I'm willing to explore and be open about it. But the walls definitely look cool in this.
Crafted just like how you would craft any other staircase, slab, or wall variant, you can use a stone cutter or you can use the crafting table. And speaking of crafting, if we take tough and slide it into a crafting grid, 2x2, we get Polish tough. Polished tough is a
Polish
brand
tough?
new, newest, toughest polished block in the entire game. Just like with the
The
OG
polished
version of tough,
stuff
we
are
also
they
are gonna
look
look
pretty
at
cool.
polished tough
It's
staircases,
like
slabs, and walls as well. It's got me wondering, what about polished andesite wall?
true whatever he said there, but the tough, polished tough items that's gonna be added. Um, let's just say that they're gonna be very useful when it comes to freestyle builds for when we do the. Let's just say I can't say right now because we're not there yet, but for future builds, that's gonna be interesting.
The entire game. Just like with the OG version of tough, we also are going to look at polished tough staircases, slabs, and walls as well. It's got me wondering, what about polished andesite wall, polished granite wall, or heck, even a diorite one too? Another absolutely stunning tough block that we can craft is the chiseled tough block. Look at this thing. This hints at the mod that this thing is kind
Chiseled,
of directly
that
related
is
to Phase
sick.
Drum. The top of it has
That
a cool little
I
swirl. The
need
bottom
some.
of it, same swirl. It's pretty nice. The side of it, you got like a breeze, a wind thing going on. Wait, hold up, hold up. Did somebody say breeze? Alright, more on that in a minute, because next up we have Minecraft's new, maybe, perhaps, possibly, most beautiful brick. I mean, you let me
Those
know
are
how you
pretty
feel
good
on this
bricks.
one, but I don't know. That's a clean looking texture. We all
The tough bricks variation looks so good. Like they really perfected that one, and I each thing I'm gonna give is like gradually higher. The first one, the just regular tough stuff they're gonna add are a 6.5 out of 10 for me because I don't use tough. The chiseled stuff though, I give it an 8. Whatever stone bricks variation in the tough, like tough stone brick, but tough bricks or whatever the fuck that name they decided to put in, those are cool. That I'm willing to use in my builds because those are just straight up crazy nice. I'm giving it a 9. And the tough and the polished tough whatever things that was in the second part, that I give it an 8. But they're also really cool to use as variation. So if I do like textures and stuff like that, I'm willing to do that. But there will be a little bit of OCD for people, and if you don't like OCD, but I like adding textures to my builds, so it's like not so boring. You feel me? So blame Kira Costa for my OCDness, but that's not the point. The point was I'm gonna make a beautiful build, and I'm gonna be proud of it. Something that a lot of people, including Kira Costa, said I was not even gonna make it. So yeah, let's just say that. And I made it over almost 1,000 real days. So I'm very proud of myself.
also, of course, have brick staircases, brick slabs, brick walls as well. The sounds for these blocks, that's a chef's kiss of a sound right there. It's beautiful.
That was nice.
Last but not least here for the tough family, we've got chiseled tough bricks. The top of
Those
it,
are not
I
as
can't
nice
help but think
though.
I have like a brand new ore block, almost
They're
like a diamond
nice.
block or something. Every single time I see the stop texture, it's clean. The bottom side, same exact thing. All the other sides is this cool like squiggle thing. One of the things
It's
that
cool.
I'm most excited for when it comes to all of these new tough blocks is how amazing it's going to be to get to build with these things. Like for example, we could combine these two and like they just flow together seamlessly. It looks really, really good. Alternatively, you could do like, I don't know, bricks and the squiggle, and like the bricks right there, they're like the same brick, so it kind of works out nicely. Maybe mix a couple breeze blocks in there, and again, you know, that whole
Ooh, that's
squiggle
not
thing
gonna be
going on.
bad though.
Like, it looks good. This is one of the most versatile building block sets of all time. Coming to the game in not too long. It looks so good.
And not too long, they said.
This block, that block right there is the brand new chiseled tough block, and that hints at the very next feature I'd like to dive into. This feature, it's a dangerous one, it's a bad one, but at the same time, it's kind of beautiful. We got a brand new mob, the first of 2 known ones right now. Of course, for this one, I could be talking about none other than the brand new, beautiful-looking Breeze mob. Look at those eyebrows, the yellow eyes.
The new mob is called the Breeze. He lives in a spot that, if he says it later on in the video, because we're considering my podcast as well, but I'm explaining what's as well Vlogmas. It's like Vlogmas, but at the same time, if it's like too long, we'll turn it into a podcast. So it's like a little bit of both at the same time. So happy birthday to myself, but that's my birthday gift explaining y'all what's 1.21 has to bring on the table. Because right now we're finishing off with 1.20, but it's been 1.20 pretty much all year, I believe. So, well, since I would guess like April, May, something like that, it's been 1.20. And I've played since like Xbox One, since 1.18, like towards the end. So I kind of understand a little bit of Minecraft, like the new Minecraft, like I do now. But I found it really cool that, like, Season 2, I haven't died. I almost died, though. Like, long story short, on the next podcast or somewhere later, if we do have time, we'll explain that as well.
It's a liver condition for sure. Look at that thing. That looks
But the Breeze is cool.
amazing. The whole tornado thing, the rods floating around, kind of relating to a different mob. We'll talk about it in a minute. But yeah. The texture of this mob, even the bottom of the head, you're never going to see that thing. But it all just looks so good. The Breeze is Minecraft's newest elemental bad boy. Now, if I missed saying it somehow already, the Breeze is a bad mob. It does not like you. It attacks with like a range attack.
It makes me so much of one thing and one thing only that I really don't want to fight. Let's just say that I'm gonna make sure to have mending, XP farm, whatever, totem, and then whatever, they go hop in the nether. Because the Breeze makes me think of the overworld version of the Blaze. But in this scenario, what he's gonna say, it's completely different.
Called a wind charge. That's a new thing added to this update.
But that was my first gut when I said it.
Kind of like sprints around too.
Or when I knew about it.
If you can hit the Breeze ball just right, like that right there, kind of like with a gas fireball, you can actually send the thing back at the Breeze. One of the big things when it comes to combat with the Breeze is the whole wind knockback thing. If the Breeze ball hits something near you, but not you, you just get like knockback, you get pushed around. If it hits you, on the other hand, it'll deal you a little bit of damage. Crazy thing about the Breeze is it likes range, but it doesn't matter because of the wind around it. It's kind of protected from arrows, basically. The only way to hurt this thing with like range is time it perfectly and hit it with one of its own balls. Now, right now, the Breeze, it actually doesn't have very much health at all, and actually, unfortunately, when you do take this thing out, it doesn't have a drop either.
It drops nothing.
Just like with the rest of
So it's shit. But at the same time, it's not.
This guy and more to it a little bit later on. So far in Minecraft 1.21, even though it wasn't built as an update for builders, oh boy, this update really is kind of a whole like aesthetic building update. We got a lot of new tough blocks, but also we've got a whole ton of brand new copper blocks too. And some of them are some of the most beautiful things in the entire game. We'll kick things off nice.
True, we're gonna talk about some copper stuff. Now I might not so put more hatred in copper after this, but I'll tell you the reason why I say copper is still remaining shit. But not in the shit that we all know.
Simply with the brand new chiseled copper block. Now remember that for all of these copper blocks, you're going to come with a non-wax version and a wax version. There is absolutely no texture difference though between the waxed and the unwaxed version. It's just the
Cheez-It, offert en 10 saveurs fromagées. Fromagé et bon à craquer. Étonnamment équipé pour plus de longévité. Étonnamment équipé avec plus de dispositifs de sécurité. Plus de caractéristiques, plus de plaisir. La toute nouvelle Impreza est étonnamment équipée pour en offrir plus.
Yeah, there's like a waxed and a non-waxed one as well. When it comes to copper.
That we're going to talk about today, you can craft them inside of a stone cutter. When you put one solid copper block in here, it cuts down to 4. Kind of just like how it does with cut copper. It's kind of beautiful. The chiseled copper block has kind of got this wheel thing going on, and that's basically it. It's like a decorational copper block. Now some of these things, like
Copper, there's some that I like, there's some that I don't.
they have a lot of
I won't say
if you like
which
a more
until the
detailed
actual
guide,
update comes out,
1.21 feature we're
just so I
talking
don't
about today,
spoil it.
Call it, request it down below. Anyways, the copper grate block. The copper grate block, no pun intended, maybe pun intended. This block is a great looking block. Now just like with chiseled copper we talked about a second ago, the copper grate block cuts into 4 versions of it when you make it in the stone cutter. It's amazing. This makes it really, really nice and like pretty affordable for building. Speaking of building, first and foremost, the copper grate, this beautiful beauty, and the wax oxidized versions of it is probably mainly for building, but it does have some other cool properties we'll talk about too. A great way to think of this new copper grate block is sort of like the glass for copper. When you place this thing down, you can see through the inside texture. It's got to connect there, and it looks really, really good. Make a nice solid window out of that or something. However, here's the thing. Unlike glass, the copper grate block, it kind of has a little bit more to it. When it comes to waterlogging, because after all, this block does appear to have an inside. Oh, absolutely. 100% you can waterlog this block. Kind of even more cool, when you waterlog this thing, the water is contained within itself, at least on Minecraft Java. If the thing is fully submerged underwater, the water fills in all the way when you waterlog it. Another nice thing about the copper grate block, you notice what's going on here, or should I say maybe down below the copper grate blocks? Aha, yes, the light's the light all the way through the block, and actually, it's a non-spawnable block as well. Next time you're trying to build a mob farm with like maybe a mob perimeter, no spawning blocks, consider copper grates. Not only do they look great, but that's the end of my joke. Please laugh. And finally, last but not least, with the copper grate block, at least for today, check this thing out. If I put a mob inside of it, it will never suffocate the mob as well. So like, that's one of the things of all time when it comes to this block. I like to jump around a little bit though.
Oh my
Next up,
god.
the copper doors. Listen to these things. Beautiful sounding and beautiful looking as well.
I don't like the sound of it. But new doors, mixed change.
You don't want to know how
I like it, but at the same time, I don't. But it's like the same thing for trap doors as doors. There's some that I like, there's some that I'm gonna use. There, as you see here, but I can't say because, or else I'll ruin the game right there.
This is a beautiful trap door. It's gonna look so good. Next up, oh boy, we got a big one. Even though it's currently in the midst of a giant controversy in the Minecraft community, the copper bulb is a beautiful brand new block that has kind of...
Talking about the copper bulb real quick. Let's just say my backstory with this is pretty cool because you can have like example rooms in your, I don't know, your base or something. And then when you want to add light, but like not always like torches, because torches are for noobs and for shitheads. So, and then afterwards you can use like different lighting, which he'll probably explain more in the video, but he will teach us the copper bulb, how the lighting works, because there's like different gradings with the copper bulb.
Like 16 different versions of it, or maybe 32 if you want to count the waxed and unwaxed as well. So as you probably notice here with the copper bulb, we've got an unlit state and a lit state. When I go into a crafting table with these ingredients right there, you will craft 4 copper bulbs. It's not made in the stone cutter. When you place this thing down, by default, it will be unwaxed and it will be off. Instead, if we want to do a little bit more with this thing, we're going to have to get a little bit of power involved. Check this out. Redstone wire with a lever. I go ahead and turn it on. Now the bulb is on, and there's a redstone dot in the middle. And then I go ahead and say, take the lever away. No more redstone power. The bulb stays on, but there's no red dot in the middle. After that, let's say I change my mind. I put the lever back. I go ahead and pulse it again. Red bulb in the middle. Power is off. I go ahead and do it one more time. Take the power from the lever away. And now we're right back to that original state. The copper bulb is kind of like it remembers the redstone pulse and keeps it. The power will stay on, even if you take the active power source away. Another kind of neat thing about the copper bulb is how it takes and handles power. If I have a lever in the middle, I will only power that one. Meanwhile, the other lamp in the game, it'll power all of those adjacent blocks as well. Another cool thing is the amount of light that this thing gives off. Look at this. In the middle of the night right here, we can see the fully oxidized copper bulb is very, very dim. The less oxidization this block has experienced, the brighter it's going to be. The brightest version of copper bulb is all the way up at 15. The dimmest, it's down at 4. This one is 8, and that's 12. If you're a stoner, the copper bulb is going to be one of those features that's crazy useful to you in the next update. But
they're gonna be used for me in kind of builds. I like it, but at the same time, it's cool.
The armadillo isn't where you actually find the copper bulb.
I did not want this mob. This mob vote was rigged because there was a between the penguin, the crab, the armadillo. Now here's the thing. If you haven't watched the mob vote, go watch it. But if you want some spoilers, you can come to the Shield and Team Stash. We can tell you ourselves. Basically, what happened was the armadillo, which they won by literally 1 or 2% of the community, or some shit, and I'm just beyond more pissed off at the fact that the freaking there's like the penguin, which it was something about a boat. Like if you had a penguin, if you're riding in the boat, he goes faster, which I think that's cool, but it wasn't cool enough. So they added the crab in the mob vote, and the crab basically made a building further away. So instead of having I don't know, like a 5-block range to build when you're AFK at the spot, it would be like 8 or 9 or 10 or something with the crab, because it would be dropping like a crab claw, and it would be it's like an extended arm of your building. And the armadillo was the armor for wolves.
Believe it or not, I just needed to remember to put the armadillo in the video and the armadillo scoot as well. I didn't have a better spot for it, so we'll talk about it right now real quick. The only 1.21 feature that we currently know about, but do not have in-game, is going to be the armadillo. The armadillo was Minecraft 2023 mob vote winner. The armadillo, when added to the game, will drop armadillo scoot. We can make that scoot to make a dog armor, a fursuit, that will be added to the game in Minecraft 1.21 as well. But, like I said, it's announced, but it's not here yet, so, yeah, I figured I'd throw it in the video. Anyways, copper bulb. If you're looking to get your hands on, or at least eyes on the copper bulb, then maybe your best bet in 1.21 is slide over to the brand new giant underground structure known as the Trial Chambers. This is going to be a structure built out of all of those top blocks we talked about, all of the copper blocks we took a look at as well as some pre-existing ones as well. The Trial Chambers is a brand new chamber.
We didn't go as far, so we're pretty much staying around the base the whole time until we're ready to actually like start exploring and shit like that.
You're going to be able to find the breeze in the game, at least right now, is going to be inside of one of these Trial Chambers. When it comes to this structure, oh boy, there's so much on it. I still have to do my in-depth guide on it, but I've already made a couple different videos on it. If you want to know more about it, definitely check those out. Anyways, though, this thing, it has so many different rooms. It's procedurally generated, and I swear, to this day, it was added like a month ago now into the game, and I've checked it out a lot, but I'm still finding new rooms. I don't think I've ever seen this room, for example. It's so cool. Inside of the structure, you're going to be able to find some not-so-great loot right now, including sometimes loot inside of these pots as well. It's pretty cool. In the devs' own words themselves, the structure is currently unfinished. They are working on it. They're going to make it like nice and finished by the time it's nice and finished. The structure is so cool. It's procedurally generated and it's randomized and everything like that, which means basically every single time you find this structure, it's going to be laid out completely different to make it.
Anything could be different in Trial Chambers, but to point out, because apparently in a couple of them, if we do this in the future episodes or something, apparently these are fucking huge. It's like having um you know, we need to explore all the 1.20 features as well and everything. I haven't even explored those type of things, and I'm down to take every single achievement and do it 100%. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. But I know that there's going to be farms and some other crazy stuff that's going to happen, and I'm willing to do it. So these trial chambers are really huge. They have like loot, but not like the best loot. There's some trash, there's some pretty good stuff in there, but you just got to be at the right location and the right rooms and stuff like that. That's cool. It's like so it's going to be like very cool to explore those when we get a bit of diamond armor because of the breeze. Breeze? Because netherite hunting is going to be very stupid. Especially when we have to wear gold armor. But guess what? For me, it won't be the boots. Because people do like boots. But I'll do the helmet. Reason for that is, let's just say we can keep that for later. But um, I can also think of uh, how do I figure out. Not so we'll do it as we go on season 2, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes to go as far in Minecraft Hardcore Season 2 as possible. But let's just say there's not going to be only that in the works.
Even better, the structure isn't like an ancient city or something like that that's insanely rare. You should be able to find the trial chambers like relatively commonly under the ground. Another pretty low-key fire thing about the structure is when it intersects with a cave, look at this. You kind of get like a, of course like a big cave, but like a whole city thing going on as well. It's so cool looking. This thing was described as like the upgrade to dungeons, but to me this is more like the upgrade to strongholds. Inside of the trial chambers, you'll find these things.
I kind of get his point right there. Like, if it's like a stronghold because of like the stone bricks and stuff like that. But I would maybe more think of it's like people say it's dungeons, but people say other people like Waddles there said that it's stronghold related or something. I think it has a mix of both, in my opinion. Besides the dumb silverfish, because that's stupid.
It's called trial spawners, and the trial spawners, when you get close enough, they activate and basically spawn in some bad mobs. There are a lot of different bad mobs. This is like the most dangerous one. Terrible situation to be in without armor. There's a lot of different bad mobs that can like pop up inside of these structures. Also on the walls, I don't know if you can see it over there. Saw it over there. Dispensers. This thing is laced with traps all over the place, but at the same time, it's also laced and rigged with treasure as well. Definitely feels like a lot of other aspects about this thing is unfinished currently as well. For example,
It's not even finished completely yet. So it could be bigger, it could be smaller.
There's a whole lot to the trial chambers. I could talk about it all day, but I mean, look at this block right here. It's so excited.
Okay, we're going to the new blocks.
Talked about, so I think we need to move on. This block right here is the Minecraft 1.21 crafter. Minecraft's very first auto crafting block added to the game. It's a new redstone component. It's one of the biggest redstone components to be added to the game in probably literally years. Combine this with the copper bulb, and this is the perfect update for redstoners worldwide. Another kind of
I'm not too bad at redstone, so
block is this is the first block to actually use a crafting table in the recipe for this block. We're gonna need a crafting table, a dropper, a whole lot of iron, and a little bit of redstone. This makes this a medium expensive recipe. When you place it down, this block is rotational. The face is always gonna face you. And it could be up, that could be to the side, that could be to the other side, whatever. Now, sliding on into the crafter right here, we'll find an interactable UI. It's basically a crafting grid, an arrow, and then an output slot right over here. If I say went into this thing and tried to craft things myself, it's not gonna work. You can't like manually craft anything inside of the crafter. Instead, if you want to craft anything over here, like let's say, I don't know, staircases or something like that, you're gonna need to do it with a little bit of redstone. So over here, I built myself a handy little clock. It's gonna spin around and pulse the crafter. Whoops, hold on. We got a little clock going over here. It's gonna pulse the crafter. When the crafter has signal, the block kind of like lights up on the back over here. But because nothing's inside of the crafter, nothing is going on. Also inside the crafter, when it has power, the redstone arrow lights up as well. Up top, I've got that, and in the crafter, I've got these slots locked right there. As soon as I add a hopper to it right here, it's gonna funnel blocks into it. When the blocks are filled out and it gets power at the right time, just like that, I get staircases.
Ooh. Oh, that's how it works. You have to
It's
use like a
real quiet,
redstone
but it has a nice
clock.
sound too. The sound is intentionally quiet in case
That
you have a whole like factory of crafters. Now another cool thing about this thing is if I put a container in front of it, it'll craft things and automatically spit those things into the container. No
don't
hopper
even.
required at all. However, on
Wow.
the other hand,
That's
let's say
fucking
I wanted to
intelligent.
maybe string the staircase into something else. Well, you can put a hopper right there and it'll work like that. I did a whole video taking a look at 50 different uses for the crafter. I highly recommend checking that video out maybe next if you want to like learn more about this, all the potentials and everything like that with multiple
The
crafters
crafter
together.
farm. You imagine like.
Crafter builds everything like that. Long story short, this redstone boy over here.
I'm just imagining myself right now. How can I like figure out the fucking crafter farm or something? Like you imagine like having, I don't know, needing so much wood for like, I don't know, so many slabs and so many stairs and so many like slabs, stairs, trapdoors, and then you start doing like you're putting wood on each one and you're just going like fuck, and then all you gotta do is stand AFK in a farm and then have connected with like chests and everything and hoppers, and then just all you gotta do is stay AFK the whole fucking time because the rest is gonna do the work all by itself with the crafter. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a little time saver, just a slight. Especially with my joystick being stupid, that's gonna come in clutch, and I like it.
Completely revolutionized
If I think it
Minecraft
that way.
farms. You can actually automatically make
That's
blocks now.
definitely one of the best features. Fucking hate myself. Fuck myself. Fuck myself.
It's a woman's job to give a man perspective.
Whatever.
Next up, throwing it back to the trial chambers of brand new spawner. One of the most beautiful sounds of all time. The break sound too.
Oh, I'm not a big fan of that fucking sound, but okay.
Survival because it has no block to mine with, and it mines insanely slow. It'll take like 5 minutes or something like that. Instead, with this spawner, you're meant to find it in the wild and take the challenge on. In creative Minecraft, you can use the spawn egg on it to actually like log it with a mob and start a different kind of challenge. Maybe a slightly more inhumane, unethical challenge. I don't know. The devs wanted me to do the axolotl trial. Now, last but not least, for 1.21, and keep in mind that this is only the first half of 1.21. The first half of 1.20, the app that we saw at Minecraft Live, was like literally just bamboo camels and chisel bookshop or whatever. The very final thing that we have in 1.21 right now is so mysterious. It's called the trial key. You get this from sometimes successfully completing one of those trial spawner trials, or rarely inside of those pots, inside of the structure. The key sure looks like it has the same.
I'm thinking like there's gonna be like a secret room that the only thing like they have to do is like only with like like that key in specific. So there's an actual door point entry or something. To like, I don't know, like a treasure room or something where you'd have like full like a diamond armor. God knows what the achievement, what the stuff they put, but like they put like diamond armor or iron armor, has some iron, some lapis, some gold, some emeralds, some shit like that. They put that like in like a treasure room where the only way that you have to beat it is going to raid everything, kill those breezes, kill whatever's there. And honestly, I'm gonna have a bow at that point because there's no way I'm fighting skeletons melee because you might have like 5-6 up your ass, plus having a breeze going in the corner. And I don't want to die, so let's just say that. But I'm thinking about those type of things. It's pretty cool.
The actual use for the trial chamber key is 100% unknown currently. Ayo, cutting in here while I'm editing this video, this is me, Editals, here to say I kind of almost forgot something. We have a couple honorary mentions when it comes to this update and, like, when it might come to the game. The developers, they have not said if these other experimental features will come to the game in 1.21 or when. Maybe it'll come before, maybe even after. But bundles and villager trade rebalancing. Experimental villager trades and bundles might be 1.21. topics are entirely their own thing, especially the villagers' trade rebalancing. I'm planning on making like a different, more dedicated video a little bit later on, so keep your eyes out for that. When it comes to these villager traits, there's like specifically so much here, like brand new maps, new structure locating functionality, and they're pretty big.
Let's just say that's gonna be for a whole different video if I have to, because what's gonna happen is in the new update, only certain biomes has good loot with anything. Like there, it was an example of having maps for some spruce villages, some savanna villages, like all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, I'm more questioning about, oh well, who's gonna take care of that when that stuff is gonna make our life 5 times harder, or slightly easier in some cases, but still, there's pointless things like I would need librarians, Fletchers, definitely Fletchers for now, because I mean, all I gotta do is mine all that, get a whole bunch of sticks, and if I go up to a stack of sticks, like just for 1 emerald, I wouldn't give no shits because I'll have like I don't know like 2 villagers, and I can have like breed them up the ass just to get like I don't know like 10 villagers only that sell sticks or something like that or whatever. So I still think that stuff is crazy. And then we can do the villager trading hall once we get the librarians and the farmers and stuff like that. Because I mean, we do need farmers. But what I'll do is probably have some from the other village, and I'll painfully put them on a boat all the way to the spot. But maybe not exactly to my house, but like to the other village. But it's kind of far, so I don't know. Unless I just make a village only just for farmers, and then I have the one right next to my house only for like sticks and all that. I could end up doing that, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do yet on that one. I have a lot of thinking about it, a lot to think about before doing anything.
They might be in 1.21. It's not sure. So with all of that, that's gonna mean Minecraft 1.21 right now is gonna look something like this right here. Already, this update, I believe, is bigger than 1.20 at the same point. We got so many beautiful new useful blocks, a lot of cool redstone functionalities, and that wonderfully massive structure.
That's only half, though. That's only half of the update. If there was another half, I would turn it into a podcast explaining everything that's there. Let's just say that. And it's Vlogmas, but we're considering it like a podcast because there is stuff
Sure as well.
after this video.
That is just about everything inside of Minecraft 1.21 right now. Right now, I'm running a hardcore Minecraft 1.21 series where we check all of this stuff out in survival Minecraft. And for the occasional extra bonus content and world download, tap the join button and consider becoming a member today. Until next time, it's been me, Minecraft's Mozanson.
Well, let's just say that video's over. But let's just say that that was fucking crazy in ways that I also think that like when you have like freaking crafters like up the ass, so you have like an AFK wooden section, and then like a stone section, and then like having a redstone clock, which would be like 1111 or something. Oh my gosh, thinking of the redstonery. Let's just say that me and Kiritakosa are having fun just doing it. I'm just gonna be surprised at the end if Kiritakosa gets into hardcore at the end of the series, because there is one achievement that I can't do all by myself, and it's like something on purpose that they just put in there because they had to, because that's just how the game is. But I'm able to do at least like a few dozens. I would say like at least and then trying to figure out how do I figure out in certain aspects. Oh well, I can just do it like a redstone clock when it comes to it, but or like a crafter factory or something. You know how crazy that would be, just thinking about it. Now having Kira Costa going, what the fuck? How the fuck did you do that? But I mean, anything could happen for a reason. 1.21, I'm excited for it, and I was willing to share my point of views, and my opinion. And it was my birthday, so that was kind of my gift as well to you guys, because I mean, y'all are very curious at 1.21 has to bring. And so far, I like the update, but there's minor details that I'm not so sure about, and I'm gonna have to get used to it. But other than that, the 1.21 so far is gonna be great. I have great confidence, and I'm willing to do it with open arms, especially by that tough thing though. But now it's not as useless, so I guess it's okay. And alright, well, it's been your boy William Crafts. Here to coast all over crafts, sub the pie, adult memes, and we're out. Peace.